The citation hits Judge Caprio's bench with a sharp slap. Here, my father owns half this city. Let's make this quick. The words hang in the air like smoke after a gunshot. 23-year-old Marcus Blackwell stands at the defendant's podium, designer watch glinting under the fluorescent lights, confidence radiating from every pore. Behind him, his attorney shifts uncomfortably. In the gallery, a veteran sitting in the third row grips his cane tighter. Judge Frank Caprio's eyes don't leave Marcus. The courtroom has gone cemetery quiet. Pick it up. Marcus blinks. Excuse me? The citation. Pick it up and hand it to my clerk properly. 5 seconds pass. Then 10. Marcus's jaw tightens. His hand twitches toward the paper on the bench, then stops. Perhaps your father should have bought you manners along with that watch, Judge Caprio says softly. Pick it up. Subscribe to All Rise if you believe respect costs nothing but means everything. 18 hours earlier, Marcus Blackwell's silver Maserati cut through downtown Providence traffic like a shark through shallow water. He was late. Again. The morning sun glinted off his hood ornament as he accelerated through a yellow light that had already turned red. An elderly Honda Accord sat at the intersection ahead, waiting to merge left, signal blinking, moving carefully. Marcus laid on his horn. 2 seconds. 5. The Honda didn't speed up. "Move it, Grandpa!" Marcus shouted through his open window, swerving around the Honda so close his mirror nearly clipped it. The Honda's driver, 72-year-old William Chen, a Korean War veteran, flinched but kept his hands steady on the wheel. Marcus didn't see Mr. Chen's Purple Heart license plate. He didn't see the veteran bumper sticker. He saw only an obstacle. Marcus slammed his brakes directly in front of Mr. Chen's car, forcing the elderly man to stop hard. Marcus leaned out his window. "Learn to drive or get off the road." Then he gunned it, leaving Mr. Chen shaken at the intersection. What Marcus didn't know, Officer Patricia Delgado had watched the entire encounter from her patrol car 1 block back. She was already pulling out to follow him. "License and registration." Marcus handed them over without looking up from his phone. "Do you know who I am?" Officer Delgado's expression didn't change. "Should I?" "Marcus Blackwell. My father is Richard Blackwell. Blackwell Industries? We employ half the people in this state." "That's interesting, Mr. Blackwell. Do you know why I stopped you?" Marcus sighed like she was wasting his time. "Some old guy couldn't handle traffic. I went around him." "You honked repeatedly, cut him off dangerously close, brake-checked him, and verbally harassed him. The driver you went around is a 72-year-old veteran." Marcus shrugged. "He should drive faster." Officer Delgado wrote carefully on her citation pad. "You'll receive 3 citations: reckless driving, aggressive driving, and harassment of a vulnerable road user. Court date is November 12th at 9 a.m. She handed him the ticket. Marcus glanced at it and laughed. "This'll be gone by Monday. My dad's lawyers will handle it." "Good luck with that, Mr. Blackwell." As Officer Delgado walked back to her car, Marcus was already texting his father's legal team. Tell us in the comments, should parents bail out their adult children's mistakes? The next morning, Providence Municipal Court received a phone call. "This is Anderson Burke from Blackwell Industries Legal Department. We're calling regarding case number 2025 TR 4472, Marcus Blackwell. We'd like to arrange an administrative dismissal before the court date." Court Clerk Sarah Martinez wrote down the information. "Sir, this court doesn't handle dismissals over the phone. Mr. Blackwell will need to appear at his scheduled hearing." "I don't think you understand. Richard Blackwell personally contributes to—" "Sir, I understand perfectly. Mr. Blackwell's hearing is November 12th at 9 a.m. Have a good day." 2 more calls came that week. Both went unanswered. On November 11th, the night before the hearing, Richard Blackwell himself called Judge Caprio's chambers. The call went to voicemail. Frank, it's Richard. Listen, my son made a mistake, but he's a good kid. This citation is going to affect his insurance, maybe his job prospects. Can we work something out? Call me back. Judge Caprio listened to the message the next morning. He saved it. Then he added it to the case file. November 12th, 9:00 a.m. All rise. The Honorable Judge Frank Caprio presiding. Judge Caprio enters and takes his seat. The gallery is unusually full. Word has spread about the Blackwell case. Case 2025 TR 4472, the city versus Marcus Blackwell. Marcus approaches the bench. Designer suit, expensive haircut. Behind him walks his attorney, Jonathan Pierce, carrying a leather briefcase that probably costs more than most people's monthly rent. Marcus pulls the citation from his pocket, barely glances at it, and tosses it onto Judge Caprio's bench. Here. My father owns half this city. Let's make this quick. The courtroom freezes. Judge Caprio's voice cuts through the silence like a scalpel. Pick it up. Excuse me? The citation. Pick it up and hand it to my clerk properly. Marcus stares. His attorney whispers urgently, Marcus, just... No. Marcus crosses his arms. I'm not a servant. Neither is my clerk, Judge Caprio says quietly. But she's the one you disrespected by throwing paper at her desk like it's a trash bin. Like this video if you've ever seen entitlement meet its match. 10 seconds pass. 15. The entire courtroom watches Marcus Blackwell decide whether he's above following a simple instruction. Finally, his attorney stands. Your Honor, my client apologizes for... I didn't ask you, Mr. Pierce. I asked your client to pick up the paper he threw. Marcus's face flushes red. Slowly, he reaches forward, takes the citation from the bench, and drops it on the clerk's desk. Thank you, Judge Caprio says. Now we can begin. Sarah Martinez reads the charges. Reckless driving, aggressive driving, and harassment of a vulnerable road user. Total fines, $1,150. Jonathan Pierce stands immediately. Your Honor, we're prepared to pay all fines today and close this matter. My client is a busy entrepreneur with multiple business ventures. His time is... Sit down, Mr. Pierce. Your Honor, sit down. Pierce sits. Judge Caprio opens the case file. Mr. Blackwell, this isn't your first traffic violation. 6 months ago, you were stopped for tailgating on Route 95. The officer gave you a verbal warning. 3 months ago, you were stopped for running a red light downtown. Another warning. This is your third incident in 6 months. Marcus shrugs. I've been busy. Being busy doesn't give you permission to endanger people. Let's talk about what happened yesterday morning. You harassed a 72-year-old veteran. Tell me why. He was driving too slow. Too slow for what? Too slow for traffic. Judge Caprio leans forward. Mr. Chen was driving the speed limit in heavy traffic. You, on the other hand, ran a red light, honked aggressively, cut him off within inches, brake-checked him, which could have caused a collision, and then shouted insults at him. Walk me through your thinking. Marcus shifts his weight. I was late for a meeting. So you decided an elderly veteran should risk his life to accommodate your schedule. I didn't think about it like that. I know. That's the problem. Judge Caprio picks up a document. Officer Delgado's report says you told her, this'll be gone by Monday. My dad's lawyers will handle it. Is that accurate? Marcus hesitates. I might have said something like that. And did your father's lawyers try to handle it? Marcus doesn't answer. Let me help you. This court received 3 phone calls from Blackwell Industries' legal department attempting to arrange an administrative dismissal. Your father also called my chambers personally the night before this hearing. Did you ask him to do that? I mentioned I had a court date. And he mobilized his legal team within hours. Mr. Blackwell, do you see a pattern here? What pattern? You break rules. Your father's money tries to erase the consequences. You learn nothing. If you think accountability matters more than bank accounts, Subscribe to All Rise. Judge Caprio turns to a page in the file. Mr. Chen submitted a written statement. Would you like to hear it? Marcus says nothing. I was waiting at the light when I heard a horn. It didn't stop. Then a silver sports car came so close to my door I thought he'd hit me. I've been driving for 54 years. I served in Korea. I've never been treated like that on an American road. When he brake-checked me, I had to slam my brakes. My heart was pounding. I'm 72 years old. That kind of stress could have killed me, all because he was in a hurry. The courtroom is silent. Mr. Blackwell, William Chen has a Purple Heart. Do you know what that means? He was in the military. It means he was wounded in combat defending this country. And yesterday, you treated him like garbage because he wasn't driving fast enough for you. Marcus looks at the floor. Here's what's going to happen. You're going to pay the full $1,350 in fines. But more importantly, you're going to complete a restorative accountability program. If you complete it successfully, I'll seal this case from your record. If you don't, the fines double and the case stays public. Your choice. Attorney Pierce stands. Your Honor, what does this program involve? Glad you asked, Mr. Pierce. Here are the requirements. Judge Caprio reads from his notes. First, Mr. Blackwell will complete 150 hours of community service at the Providence Veterans Resource Center. Not your father's foundation, not a charity gala, real work, serving meals, organizing donation drives, helping veterans navigate benefits paperwork. Marcus's face goes pale. Second. You will write a formal apology letter to William Chen. Not your lawyer, not your father's PR team. You, handwritten. Minimum 500 words explaining what you did wrong and what you learned. Third, you will deliver that apology in person if Mr. Chen agrees to meet you. If he doesn't, you'll mail it certified and submit proof of delivery to this court. Fourth, you will attend 4 defensive driving classes focused on road safety and empathy. You'll write a 200-word reflection after each class. Fifth, you will create and fund a $25,000 scholarship for children of veterans pursuing higher education. The scholarship will be administered through the Veterans Resource Center, not your family's foundation. Your name will not appear on it. Pierce is writing furiously. Marcus looks like he's been punched. Sixth, you will surrender your license for 60 days, effective immediately. Officer Delgado will take it before you leave this courtroom. You'll use public transportation, ride shares, or ask someone to drive you. This is non-negotiable. Your Honor, my client needs his car for... Your client needed to think about that before he endangered a veteran's life. The accountability program begins immediately. First community service shift is this Saturday at 8 a.m. Don't be late. Judge Caprio closes the file. Mr. Blackwell, I'm giving you a chance your behavior doesn't deserve. Use it wisely. 3 weeks later. Marcus arrives at the Providence Veterans Resource Center at 7:55 a.m. on a Saturday. He's wearing jeans and a plain t-shirt. No designer labels. No Maserati in the parking lot. Officer Delgado took his license 3 weeks ago. Inside, the coordinator, a retired Army sergeant named Tom Rivera, hands him an apron. You're on breakfast duty. Serving starts at 8:30. We've got 60 veterans coming today. Marcus stares at the apron. I've never served food before. Today's a good day to learn. For the next 3 hours, Marcus serves scrambled eggs, bacon, and coffee to men and women in their 70s and 80s. Many are in wheelchairs. Some have oxygen tanks. One man, a Vietnam vet named Robert, asks Marcus why he's volunteering. Court ordered, Marcus says without thinking. Robert nods slowly. What did you do? I cut off a veteran in traffic, yelled at him. Robert studies him for a long moment. You here to check a box or actually learn something? Marcus doesn't know how to answer that. Week 5. Marcus has completed 50 hours of community service. He served meals, organized donation drives, helped 3 veterans file disability claims, and driven 2 elderly vets to medical appointments, using ride shares since he still can't drive. One afternoon, Tom Rivera hands him an envelope. Someone wants to meet you. Inside is a handwritten note. Mr. Blackwell, I received your apology letter. I'd like to speak with you in person. If you're willing, come to the center next Tuesday at 2 p.m. William Chen. Marcus's hands shake as he reads it. Tuesday, 2:00 p.m. William Chen sits in a small meeting room at the Veterans Resource Center. He's wearing a navy blue cardigan and his Purple Heart pin. Marcus enters, and for the first time in his life, he feels genuinely small. Mr. Chen, Sit down first. Marcus sits. Mr. Chen looks at him for a long moment. Why'd you do it? I was late. I wasn't thinking. I'm sorry. That's what your letter said, but I want to know why you thought it was okay to treat me that way. Marcus takes a shaky breath. Because I thought I was more important than you. Because I've always gotten my way. Because my father's money has fixed every mistake I've ever made, so I never had to face consequences. And now? Now I know better. You didn't deserve that. You've sacrificed more for this country than I'll ever understand. I treated you like you were in my way, when the truth is, I'm not more important than anyone else on the road. Mr. Chen nods slowly. I accept your apology, but I want to tell you something. Yes, sir. When you brake-checked me, my heart started racing. I have a pacemaker. That kind of stress could have caused a heart attack. You didn't just scare me, son. You could have killed me. Marcus's eyes fill with tears. I didn't know. I'm so sorry. I know you are. That's why I agreed to meet you. Tom told me you've been working hard. Keep doing that. Not because a judge told you to, because it's the right thing to do. They shake hands. 3 months later, Marcus completes his 150th hour of community service. Tom Rivera hands him a certificate and a handwritten note from Judge Caprio. You threw a ticket. You caught a lesson. Well done. Judge Caprio. Marcus frames it and hangs it in his apartment. He also establishes the William Chen Veterans Scholarship Fund, $25,000 annually for children of veterans. The first recipient is a young woman whose father served 3 tours in Afghanistan. Marcus attends the award ceremony. Mr. Chen is there too. They sit together. 6 months later. Marcus returns to Judge Caprio's courtroom for his final review hearing. Mr. Blackwell, you've completed all requirements. Community service, 150 hours. Apology, delivered in person. Defensive driving, completed. Scholarship, established and funded. License suspension, served. Judge Caprio looks at him. What did you learn? Marcus stands. I learned that money can't buy character. I learned that respect isn't something you inherit. It's something you earn. I learned that veterans like Mr. Chen sacrificed everything so people like me could drive on safe roads. And I learned that when you hurt someone, you don't get to decide when you're forgiven. You just have to do better. Judge Caprio nods. Your case is sealed. Your fines are marked paid. Go forward and remember this. I will, Your Honor. Thank you. As Marcus leaves the courtroom, he sees Mr. Chen sitting in the gallery. They hug. 1 year later. Marcus Blackwell no longer drives a Maserati. He sold it and bought a modest sedan. He volunteers at the Veterans Resource Center every Saturday, not because he has to, but because he wants to. He's still friends with William Chen. They have coffee every other Tuesday. And when Marcus sees elderly drivers on the road moving slowly, carefully, taking their time, he waits patiently behind them, because he finally understands. Respect travels faster than any car. Subscribe to All Rise. If you believe in second chances, hard lessons, and the power of accountability. And tell us in the comments, have you ever learned a hard lesson that changed your life? Dramatization for storytelling and educational purposes, not legal advice.